What is going on, sports fans around the world? Welcome back to the podcast. Let's go. Welcome in, everybody. I see a ton of new faces out here. How we doing, guys? Welcome to the first ever playoff podcast. JP Maximus, the host. I'm here with Mr. Noob. Mr. Noob, say hi to the world.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, buddy? Welcome in, everybody.
What's up?
Today we're going to be discussing NFL news and the playoff matchups. Hi, Lake the Beast. What's up, Dizzy Diz? Nasty Canada, what's good? Spidey, Emma, Hose. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Simi. What's up, Trayvon? Thicky Nicky in the building. Welcome and thanks for joining, everybody. Ocean's here. Welcome, Chaco. Let's go, guys. All right, Mr. Noob. Again, we'll jump right into it. This is absolutely crazy. Not even 24 hours. We get the announcement that Bill Belichick is leaving the Patriots, and now, are you kidding me? They've already hired Gerard Mayo? Like, did Bill know this? Bill had to have known this, Mr. Noob. There's just no way.
He probably did, yeah. They probably told him about his replacement.
I mean, just can you imagine? He doesn't even have both feet out the door, and he's already replaced. So much for Mike Vrabel. We all thought Mike Vrabel was going to get an interview. He didn't get a chance. Just
Yeah,
wild.
I thought it was gonna be Mike Vrabel, but we're gonna have to see. Where does Mike Vrabel go? Where do you think?
I, right. So I think Washington's probably the. I think he's going to end up in Washington.
Well, yeah,
This
it could be.
new ownership, he's not going to want to be a GM. They'll have a GM in place. I think it makes sense. I think as it looks right now, I think Harbaugh goes to San Diego. I think that they're going to
Yeah,
need a GM and a coach. If they offer him both, I don't know if Harbaugh takes both, but I can see him in San Diego. He's already got Herbert. He's got a good team. I think he can go right in there and win. It's just a good win for him.
not for me. I think Bill goes to the Chargers.
Okay. Yeah, I think. So yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, Vrabel could go to Atlanta. That's a nice job over there. You know. I mean, I think he'll get interviewed for both. I don't know. It could be a toss up. People are saying Bill's gonna go to Atlanta. I don't know. There's no quarterback there. I don't think he wants to go where there's no quarterback.
But but Atlanta has good. They have good talent. Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, they have Bijan. I mean, yeah, but the thing is Atlanta doesn't have a top pick. They have what are they? They're top 15, but they don't have a top pick, so they wouldn't get one of the best quarterbacks. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, but if Arthur says, "Hey, Bill, you can be the GM and the coach, do whatever you want here for 3 years or whatever," you could. So it's gonna be interesting. But man, I can't believe Vrabel. Like, it's like Bill left, they shut the door, and then Gerard came in, and it's wild. He's got big shoes to fill, man. That's gonna be tough. I don't know if he can he do
Yeah.
this. I mean, I don't know. The team's a mess. They don't have talent. They need a ton of players. They don't have a quarterback. It's just wild, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm really excited to see like what happens in the playoffs and next season. It's gonna be wild.
They're gonna have to. I don't know how many draft picks they have offhand, but they're gonna have to. I mean, maybe they. Well, next thing they have to do is hire a GM because Mayo's not gonna be the GM. They got to hire a guy. He's got to come in, deal players. I mean, maybe they can get some draft picks for some of the talent, but I mean, it's not like Mac Jones is gonna be a good pick. Maybe a seventh. You know, hey,
Uh,
let's say hi to a couple people that just joined up. We got Laura's in the house.
all right.
What's up, Josh? Junior Diabolica. What's going on, guys? Mr. Noob and I have decided to do we're gonna do some football podcast. We talked about this the other day. We decided to put this together. So thanks for joining up. If you want to talk some football with us, feel free to chime in. We're talking news about coaches, and we're going to talk about the playoff matchups. This is going to be, I think, one of the best playoffs. Like, there's a lot of questions. Each one of these matchups, there's a ton of questions going on. Let's go. Yeah, for fall. This is football podcast, guys. It's only 3:30 in the afternoon. All right, there's plenty of time to do the other games. All right, let's go, Spidey Coolsense. How you doing, bro? Hi. So, well, Mr. Noob, let's see. We talked about who else is. So, here's another question that we got. People were asking, well, all these coaches that were retained, like Eberflus in Chicago, for instance, all of a
Hmm.
sudden Bill Belichick's out there. I mean, you've got Mike Vrabel. Chicago.
Could
Does
you
Chicago
imagine?
does Chicago really want to hold on to Eberflus when they got a legend floating around? Like, some of these teams have
Yeah,
got to be asking themselves, dude, do we want to keep our coach or do we want to go after one of these guys that's proven? You know?
I think the Bears could go for Bill.
Uh, Yeah. Yo, what's up, critics? Welcome. Welcome to the Playoff Podcast, man. Mr. Noob and I are discussing NFL news and the playoff brackets. We haven't gotten into it yet. We just got started. Welcome to the stream, guy. Hey. So feel free to chime in if you want to give us your thoughts and opinions. We're talking about it. Gerard Mayo, not even 24 hours after Bill's dismissal, here comes Mayo into the office. It's just I can't believe it. But if you think about it, he's a minority candidate. They didn't have to interview anyone else. They satisfied the Rooney rule. So, I mean, yeah, he was already in house. And it made sense because with Bill being gone, they don't have a GM. So basically, if you look at the time frame, other people could have called about Gerard Mayo. And Kraft's probably like, hey, look, we got to hire a GM to negotiate, but we got our guy right here. Let's just go ahead and make the move. And they've wanted this guy for a while. So, big, big shoes to fill, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Emma, let's go. We're having a good. What's up, Nate? Welcome to stream. Let's go. So, what do you think? Should we start talking about the playoff matchups?
yeah. Let's go. Let's start. Let's do it. Yeah,
All right, it's kind of a wait and see now with these coaches, but man, if it goes as fast, I think coaches are going to get hired up quick. I think these
yeah.
positions
I
are going
think
to get
so. Yeah.
filled. I just feel like Bill Belichick is going to wait. And critics,
I don't think Mike.
go
I don't
ahead.
think Mike Vrabel's gonna have a problem finding a new team.
I say Brable to Falcons or Washington, but I'm sticking by this. Something in my gut tells me that Bill, this is what's going to happen. And I know Book. Yo, here comes Booker. I know he'd be hyped. Booker, let's go. I'm
There
here
he
with
is.
Mr. Noob, talking football, baby. Booker, I stand by it. I really think uh, that I think that this whole thing. I feel like Bill's going to go to Dallas. I just do. It makes the most sense. And yes, he will work perfectly with Jerry Jones because why? Because Jerry makes good personnel decisions. Like the people that Jerry brings in, like are really good. And I'm sure if Jerry was looking at a player, he would ask Bill. He would say, "Hey, what do you think about this guy?" And Bill would be like, "Yeah, yeah. I think they work great together." And I mean, it's easy for him. He would be easy for him to win a Super Bowl. If Bill wins one Super Bowl in the next 3 years, everyone's going to forget about these lousy last 4 years in New England.
Yeah.
He'll have 7 Super Bowl rings. You know. So yeah, playoff Joe Flacco and the defense wins. All right, let's jump into the matchups, boys. Let's go.
All
All
right. Let's
right,
go.
looks like critics wants to start with the Texans Browns. Let's start with that. I mean, I'm excited. This is what a year for C.J. Stroud, and
I
he's
feel. I.
this is
I feel
crazy.
like this game is the most unpredictable out of all of them.
Here's my no Booker. We're gonna just me and Mr. New, but please feel free to ask questions and discuss. I'm gonna read comments and discuss. Okay. Yo, let's go. Thank you, Simi. Appreciate you watching, buddy. All good. So, Texans Browns, we all know the year that CJ Stroud had. Best out of the draft, best quarterback. Had a phenomenal year, even with a couple games he missed because of injury. Gets the team to the playoffs. What a year for D'Amico Ryans and the team. And the Browns limp into the playoffs, and they're without a quarterback. Here comes Joe Flacco, and he looks like Joe Montana again.
Yeah.
It's just wild. So I this one's a tough one to call, man. you know,
Yeah.
I I kind of want to go with the home team. I just part of me feels like I just think Joe Flacco is going to have a bad game. Like Is he just gonna have one game where he just
No,
is horrible and it's like, oh gosh, you know? Or is he just gonna be a stud the whole time? I don't know. What do you think?
no. I feel like Joe Flacco, like he has experience in the playoffs. He's the most experienced out of all quarterbacks in the playoffs, like right
Yeah.
now. And that Browns defense, I feel like they're going to be able to handle CJ Stroud, and CJ Stroud, obviously, no
Booker.
experience in the playoff.
So Booker has Houston winning 30-27 in a close one. Critics says the opposite. He says the Browns are gonna barely win it. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with critics.
here's what it comes down to. It is Cleveland the Browns defense going to shut down. If the Browns defense comes to play and they're able to rattle CJ, get to him, then I think the Browns will win. And plus, again, I feel like they're the more experienced team. This is a young Texans team. Remember,
Yeah,
Booker,
they're
best
really
players
young.
show up in the playoffs. All right, I get it. See, I think CJ will have a good game, but this is a very young football team. Remember, even the head coach, it's his first. I know he's been in the playoffs with San Fran, but it's his first playoff as a head coach. The Browns have been there, and like you said, Flacco, the difference might be the Browns. Yo, look, I'm changing my mind. Browns
Yeah,
28-24.
yeah.
See? Yeah, I think the Browns go in and steal this one. And let's face it, don't we all want to see the Browns play the Ravens? I mean, that's going to be that's what I think the Ravens are like, please give us the Texans. So, Mr. Noob, I'm going with the Browns. How about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns. They have the experience really well. They have an experienced quarterback. They have a great defense, playing good all season. I think they can do it.
Easy Clap says Browns win by a touchdown. And the poll, you guys have Browns winning 63% to 37. All right, there it is. All right. All right, next matchup, we want to do Dolphins.
Yeah, let's go Dolphins. Sorry.
All right, let's go. Chiefs and Dolphins. Woo! This is going to be a good one. These matchups are insane.
And
All
not that
right.
many people are gonna watch it. You know why?
Yep.
Because
Here
it's on
here
Peacock.
this isn't to me this is an easy one. Chiefs beat the Dolphins. Yeah, and I don't think it's close.
No.
I know.
Well, well,
Okay. Look guys, if you're new to the podcast, Mr. Noob is a Miami fan. He lives in Miami. Here's all right. I'm gonna give you my opinion. Then we'll listen to Mr. Noob. I think the just the injuries. Miami hasn't been 100% in the
they,
last several weeks, and they've lost because of that. And
yeah, I agree. But like the Chiefs aren't really being, the Chiefs that we know.
I agree, but I still think a home game in the playoffs. This is Patrick Mahomes, and just the Dolphins are banged up, and it's in the worst positions too. Like it's all of their stud players. So I think it's gonna be really hard for the Dolphins to go on the road and put together a master performance and beat the Super Bowl champs. I don't know. I feel like Patrick Mahomes wills even as bad as they play this year. I feel like the Chiefs get it. And when Andy Reid has time to to prepare for you, he's really good.
Mhm.
So I gotta sorry, Mr. Noob. I know you want the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm gonna say 24 let's say 24-14. I think Dolphins get two
Wow.
touchdowns. Critic says Chiefs win
Well,
28-21. I don't even think it's that close. It's supposed to be the second coldest game in history. Dolphins won't be able to throw. Oh, that's the other reason. The
no, yeah,
Dolphins' record in cold games is horrendous, right, Bookage? That's another thing, Mr. Noob. You know they don't play well in cold
I
weather.
know it's gonna be really cold.
It
But despite all that, I'm going to pick the Dolphins to win
this
100%.
this could be yeah, second coldest ever, critics. Guys, Ocean with the $2 super chat. Thank you for the support of the podcast, Ocean. Thank you so much. Let's go. I appreciate you. Thank you very
I heard it's
much.
gonna be I heard it's gonna be from 6 degrees to -9, something like that.
Yeah, I haven't checked to see if there's snow forecasted, but if there is, then it's going to be a running type of situation. And I
Yeah,
think Kane is banged up. I don't know if Mostert's going to play. Yeah,
Mostert's questionable. I don't know.
they're gonna need some running backs. Pacheco as well. I think he's questionable also to play for the Chiefs. But yeah, I like the Chiefs. All right. Mr. Noob and I,
All
we're
right,
going to
I'm staying
split
with
on
the
that.
Dolphins.
The chat is even close. 53% of you say the Dolphins. Wow,
Yo,
what?
W 53%. Let's
Yo,
go.
that's
I
wild.
appreciate it.
All right, guys, we're going. Okay, we split on that. Bills, Steelers. Oh, these matchups are just juicy.
Mm.
All right, let me set the poll up. Bill,
Josh Allen against
uh,
Mason Rudolph.
set it up for us, Mr. Noob.
Um, the Bills, well, like they have the home field advantage after absolutely killing me last Sunday. Um, Steelers barely beat the Ravens with their backups. In my opinion, I'm going to go with the Bills to win, even though I absolutely hate them. I just feel like the Steelers, they're not going to be able to get it done, especially with that Bills offense.
So,
As much as I hate, yeah, hang on. As much as I hate to say it, I feel like the Bills like have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year.
so to me, following this entire season, both teams have been up and down. Let's face it. Steelers,
Yeah,
they started off horrible, right? And
yeah.
then I think they were 1-5. If I remember correctly, their first game was
Oh,
good,
no,
and then they were 1-5, and then they started turning it on. I think Tomlin made some changes. They started to give the ball more to Jalen Warren, and he was doing good. Deontay Johnson came back and
hmm
had a couple good games, and then he fell off at the end. But anyway, started slow. They came back. They got momentum. We all know what happened with the Bills. It was a turnover. Josh Allen was Mr. Turnover Machine for like what the
yeah.
first 10 weeks of the season. He was horrendous,
The
back
Bills
and
were
forth.
6-6,
Yeah,
and then they went on a 5-game winning streak.
they went on the tear. So, and then the big win was against the Cowboys, right? That was at that point when
Yeah.
they whooped the Cowboys. Everyone was like, "Holy!" Booker says Steelers 17, Bills 14, or Bills 27, Steelers 6. Well, you can't have it both ways, dude. But I'm saying Bills definitely. The Bills should win this. They're at home. They've got momentum. I mean, look, kudos to Mike Tomlin for getting the team into the playoffs yet again. Well, they shouldn't. They lucked out that a team had to lose for them to get in. So they get in. Um, I don't know. I feel like Mason Rudolph is giving them a better chance to win than Pickett. Do you think so?
Yeah, I feel like Rudolph could be their QB of the future rather than Pickett.
Yeah, agreed. I
Um,
mean, this is big.
but this game, I don't think there's going to be that much Rudolph. I think it's just going to be Josh Allen and the Bills.
Yeah, I think in the end it's going to come down to who has more offense, and I think the Bills. I
Yeah,
think the Bills are just going to have more offense. I could see it being high scoring. It could be like 34-27, 20, Steelers are very good on
I
defense
see it
even
being like
without it. Yeah, I just
I
think the
I
Bills
think,
edge. I think it's going to be close, but I think the Bills they give the advantage to the home team.
and not only that, to make it worse for the Steelers, T.J. Watt is out. So
Oh, wow, that's big.
yeah,
Cole says it's going to be really cold in Buffalo. Don't count out the Steelers. Not counting them out, but it's dude, for them to go on the road and beat the Bills who've been really hot. I don't know. This is Buffalo. Now look, if it's a blowout, look out for the Bills. They could steamroll this. I want to see Bills and Ravens in the AFC Championship game. That would be
that's what I want to
fire.
see. Yeah,
Yeah,
but at the
that
same
would be
time, I want to see the
fire.
Dolphins.
So
But
Chad has the Bills 53% to 47%. All
why
right.
is it that close? I don't understand. All right,
Well, there's not a whole lot of people in the podcast at the moment. That's probably why. But anyway,
no,
all
yeah,
right.
but I feel like everyone should be picking.
So that's the AFC. The Ravens, of course, get to sit out this one and just watch, and they would play the lowest seed. So look, let's see.
hmm
We have Browns, Chiefs. We're gonna have
Okay,
to. So they would play the Browns if the Browns were to win, or the Texans. Do I have that right?
so the Ravens would play the Browns. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, unless the Steelers somehow won, they
unless
would
the
go
Steelers
to. That's going to be wild. We'll have to
or
keep that.
or if the Chiefs beat I mean if the Dolphins beat the Chiefs, they will go against Baltimore, which is where I think we will end our playoff.
All right, we're going to head over to the NFC now. And we're gonna start off. I've been talking about these guys all week. We got to talk about Critics Eagles. We're gonna talk about this one.
Oh,
Critic says, "I don't want to hear any of your talk. We won't lose to the Bucks." All right. So here's the deal. Uh,
all right, hold on.
I
So first of all, we know that the Eagles haven't been looking good these past couple of weeks, but at the same time, the Buccaneers, they they couldn't get a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers
okay.
last week. So
Listen. Okay, critics, listen. All right. I want critics. Even the most prudent fans. Okay, I get it. They're your team. Here's the deal. Last week, okay, after 4 miserable weeks of them saying, "Oh, well, we need to get it going. We need to pick ourselves off the mat." I mean, Sirianni just sounds like a frat boy that doesn't know what he's talking about. It's sad, but look here. Okay, Bucks 20. Okay, here's my here's my I don't know what you want to call it, my plea or whatever. Um, Last week the division was not clinched. Okay, it was not a sure thing. Philly had to beat the Giants and Dallas had to lose. Okay? Now look, you can't
mhm.
go into a game saying, "Oh yeah, Dallas is going to win it. We might as well not even show up." That's ridiculous. There's no way you can tell me that Philly just decided to tank that last week. They were getting their butts whooped. That first half, it
Yeah,
was 24 to nothing at the half. Dallas was in a close one at that point, 17-14. So Philly can't there's no way Philly just said we're not going to win this. I mean, and if they did, what kind of mentality is that for a team that played in the Super Bowl last year?
I
They
don't
were
know.
getting
Like
they were getting whooped, and according to the experts, they just didn't show up. They didn't give a darn. They didn't show up, and it showed. And they got their butts whooped, man. They got some garbage time scores, which didn't matter. But I'm telling you, that's just you don't go into the playoffs like that. You can't turn it on.
and
And
remember, if the Eagles lose, this could be Sirianni's last game as an Eagle.
yeah, Colin Coward, he reported it this morning. He said the word is that if Syria if they go into Tampa and they lay an egg, if they just look just lifeless, that the Eagles will move on. And that might be the best thing for you, bro. I mean, all that talent, bringing a guy who actually can motivate. That he lost the team. He lost the team. I don't. As shocking as it is, they haven't been good all year. What one game did they dominate? Were they flying all over the? Remember how they used to be in the end zone? They'd be doing the bird
Yeah,
flap and all that, like flexing. They don't have that swagger.
yeah. Now
And
they have a broken wing.
now the Bucks offense has just been lifeless the last couple weeks. But Mayfield's had bruised ribs. I don't think he wasn't healthy last week. He shouldn't have played, to be honest. So they only scored 3 field goals, 9-zip. They won the division. Third time, 3 years in a row, Todd Bowles wins the division. Is that crazy? How about this guy?
Now I know the Eagles have been looking bad these couple of weeks, but like I said, the Buccaneers played a really bad game against the Panthers with the division on the line. So honestly, I'm gonna go with the Eagles to win, believe it or not.
Just remember, over the last 6 weeks, the Eagles are 31st in the league in defense. In all the major categories, they are dead last. They couldn't stop a high school team. Like it's been horrible. So as long
Yeah,
as the Buccaneers, they're going to be at home, and if they can actually run the football, which the Eagles haven't been able to stop anyone, right? If they
yeah.
can run the football, and if Baker Mayfield is not, is he if he's able to throw the ball down the field without his ribs, I mean, let's go, dude. How are the Eagles going to stop Mike Evans? How the heck are they
I
going to
don't
stop
know.
him? He's
That
going to
Eagles a
torch
second.
them.
Yeah, the Eagles secondary has been struggling this year.
Yeah, Godwin, Mike Evans is going to get 200 yards in this game. Even if the Eagles show up, their defense is still not going to be any better, right? If their offense,
Yeah,
okay, so if their offense shows up, maybe they can keep pace. But this is going to be crazy. But I know critics. I know what you're saying. But Booker, I'm picking. If the Eagles can turn it on, they should blow them out. But if they struggle, look out, man. It's a head coaching change for sure. 63% said Eagles. Woo, you guys are generous. All right, boys. What do we got? What do we got, Mr. Noob? Lions and Rams. Woo! Let's go. This is another good one. All the playoff matches are insane. I love it.
The return of Matthew Stafford.
Is this the first time he's played
Yeah.
his old team?
No,
Booker.
I don't think it's his first time playing his old team. I don't know. I
Booker
think he's
has
played them
the
before.
Rams lighting them up. What's going on, Bookage? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I think the Rams are gonna win this
You're
game,
not accounting for
but
weather
not
conditions.
by that much though.
We already no, that's not true, Canada. We already talked about it. We talked about the Bills and the Steelers being the coldest game. We talked about that. I don't need to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game because it's in Tampa. I mean, it is what it is. And the Rams Lions game, it's indoors, so there is no weather factor. We're talking about the weather. Yeah, I mean, if the Philadelphia game was up in Philly, we'd be talking about snowfall, but we don't have to talk about that. It's in Tampa.
Mm.
You guys really think the Rams are going to blow out the Lions? What is this? This is
I don't think they're gonna.
surprising.
I don't think they're gonna blow them out, but I think they're gonna. I think the Rams are gonna win though.
All right, so
Max.
the Rams come in winning, having won four straight. JP air conditioning units in the stadiums could malfunction, bruh. Rams are 7-1 in their last 8. Rams came in big time. I wouldn't say blowout, but Rams win. What? This is interesting, man. Really? Jared Goff can put up a lot of points, guys, indoors with a healthy team. But here's what I worry about. Okay, here's the key. Here's what I think. If Laporta doesn't play, then I think the Rams win. I really think Laporta's he's a buck 20 and a touchdown every game.
Isn't Sam Laporta out for the season?
No, what happened, Booker? He twisted his knee or something. It's not a
Let me
torn
see.
ACL, but it's not good. But is he out or is he questionable?
I'm looking at it right now.
If you
Let's see.
keep talking down on the Rams, then I'm taking a lot. Dude, critics, I'm being bro. Hey, Charters, we're doing a
Uh,
football podcast. Me and Mr. Noob. All
he
right,
was warming up in practice today. He's questionable.
okay. All right, he did play. He warmed up in practice. All right, he'll play. This is playoff time.
I
I
think
think
so.
this is
Yeah.
a super close game. 34-31. It
Oh,
could
and
go either way. I don't know. Rams, you guys have the Rams winning easily. This is wild. It's a shootout. There will be no defense in this one. There will be no defense. I mean, the Lions defense has been giving up a ton of yardage lately too. So, I'll tell you this, knowing the
oh, he's
Rams
back, Booker.
defense,
Actually,
the Rams defense is not that good. All right, so it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to honestly, yo, Bookies with the 18 months member flex. Thank you so much. That's
yeah, Mark.
crazy.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is back.
That's huge for the Ravens, and he gets another week off. So they're full steam, man. Look out! No one wants to play those guys.
Ravens could win the Super Bowl.
Nasty says it comes down to what cheerleaders are wearing the right. All right, guys. I got to go with my team. The Rams in a close one. It's going to be a high-scored affair. It could come down to who has the ball last. For me, that's what it could come down to.
Oh yeah, and it's Sam Laporta's birthday, so that's cool.
Oh, he's got to play on his birthday. Next, JP, me and you got to do an NHL. I know nothing about the NHL Chargers. It would be a one-sided conversation. All right, so chat has the Rams 64%. It's surprising. The Lions have dominated this year, but then they've also looked horrible. I just
Yeah,
remember how the Packers just absolutely made them look stupid on Thanksgiving. You guys remember
that's what I
that?
was thinking. Yeah,
That first play was like an air out. Sean McVay should do that again, just like the Packers did. That first play, just have Stafford go deep to Puka. That would be awesome. All right, guys, let's get on
uh,
to the final NFC matchup.
Cowboys Packers.
Dallas Cowboys, Packers.
How much I bet it's gonna be like 80% Cowboys if you put the poll.
Oh my gosh, because Cole will go in an alt and do like 3. Cowboys or Packers. All right, guys. Well, Booker with the $5. Let's go. Here's the game I'm flying to. My team is going to completely crap themselves on national TV in the freezing cold. Packers 31, Cowboys 28. Wait, what? You're at home. Why wait, I don't understand. It's not in Green Bay. Mr. Noob, that game's in Dallas, correct?
Yeah, it's in Dallas.
Why are you talking about you're inside, Bookage? What do you mean?
Well, look, remember the
We are the
Packers had
Cowboys.
well,
It's the
well, no,
playoffs. Okay, Booker, listen to me. I personally think that Bill Belichick is going to end up in Dallas. I said this yesterday. I don't know if you were in that stream, but it makes the most sense because McCarthy, 3 seasons, 12-5, can't get over the hump. Same old, same old. Jerry's gonna say, "I've got the Super Bowl winning uh, coach right here. Bring him in, just like I did Parcells years ago, and get him a
and
ring." Bill can
remember the
Bill will
Cowboys
make that defense shut down. I mean, it's gonna be wild.
and remember the Cowboys have a history with the Packers
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
yeah, they do. I Here's what it comes down to me. Look at the Cowboys' record at home; they're undefeated, and the just how young the Packers are. Had some good moments. Jordan Love, he started good. Middle of the season, he was bad. It looked like he wasn't the guy. Then somehow he just at Thanksgiving he became a stud.
Yeah.
So it's just going to come down to the experience of the Cowboys, the inexperience, and being at home. And I think that the Cowboys last week were banged up. They're getting healthy again, and it's going to be too much. It'll be a good game for a little bit. I could see it being close for a little bit, but Dallas is going to pull away. Probably the defense. They'll probably get an interception or a fumble or something, and it's going to turn the tide. So Cowboys 35, Packers 24. Dang, that's.
This one's this one's tough. I don't know.
You agree? You think?
I think it's tough because like the Packers, like they have like experience beating the Cowboys in the playoffs, and
Proxy
Jordan Love
says
has
not
been
even
looking.
close. He thinks 35-10. Yes,
But Jordan Love has been looking, outstanding these couple of weeks.
right, but
He's looked near perfect.
he hasn't played the number one defense, and he hasn't played. Dallas is undefeated at home. That's rare, guys. Like they destroy opponents. What's the differential at home, Bookage? How many points have you scored, and how many have the other teams? Like, what's the differential? I don't think teams at home against Dallas have scored more than 50, 60 like total. They've blown out everybody at home. They've blown out. It's been bad, like 30 points average. Yeah, see, the only thing they win is by running the football. It's wild, just wild. What's up, Ben Gender? Yo. All right, well, lots to look forward to. These matchups are insane.
Division,
Uh,
all right.
if you guys weren't here earlier, the news yesterday, Bill Belichick was fired from New England. Well, sorry, a mutual parting of the ways, as they kept saying, which was very strange. Anyway, Gerard Mayo already hired today, Bookage, to be the heir to Bill Belichick. Big shoes to fill. I don't know if he. I don't know. We'll see. The Crafts love Mayo. I don't know that he can. There's a lot. I don't know. They'll be patient with him though. He's gonna need like 5 years because they don't even have a team right now. Phenomenal hire, Bookage.
Yo,
What?
JP. Wait, JP. Can you show the stream the screen share? Look, I got like a playoff bracket here.
It's on. Oh, I have it on the screen.
Wait, but like, can you move it, like, edit it, or no?
Oh, can I add the names into the boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do it for next week. He's a stern guy, so I don't know. CeeDee Lamb is going to be a possible contender of being part of the most points made in the game. Oh, he's no, I don't think the Packers can cover him. I just don't think they can. We'll see how it plays out. So that's one coaching vacancy filled. Mike Vrabel's looking for a team. Jim Harbaugh is rumored to be interviewing with the Chargers. And of course, Bill is going to wait. I'm telling you, Bill's going to wait and see what happens in that Dallas game. Dallas is going to lose this week. It's next week they got to worry about, right? They got to worry about next week. All right,
So
Mr.
you're
Noob.
100% sure the
We did.
Cowboys are winning. Wait, so you're 100% sure the Cowboys are winning.
Yeah, yeah. So that would mean Cowboys would play the Rams, and the Eagles would play or the Buccaneers would play the Niners. Whoever wins that one.
Okay, okay, so let's see. So we got the Eagles beating the Bucks. Is that?
Man,
And then we got the
even if the Eagles get by the Bucks, that would be ugly.
so
Whew.
Rams beat the okay, and then Cow. So in the division round, you would have the 49ers taking on the 49ers taking on the Rams, and then the Cowboys against the Eagles.
It all yeah, it just all depends on who wins is who plays. So the Niners play whoever the lowest seed that advances would play the 49ers.
So
So
the Rams,
yeah, if the
the Rams,
Rams won, yeah. Yeah, the Cowboys would play the Eagles. Oh wow. Yeah, Chargers,
So
I agree.
so if the Browns beat the Texans, Chiefs beat the Dolphins, hopefully not, and Bills beat the Steelers, we would have Ravens, Browns, and Bills, Chiefs.
Mhm. Eagles and the
That
Cowboys
would be the
ain't winning the
division
Super
round.
Bowl. Promise you, I'll put money on it. Yeah, I feel like this is the AFC's year, guys. This is the AFC's year. Texans and
The
Dallas
AFC
Super
is
Bowl.
insane.
Weird. That would be something, man. The Texas Bowl, Texans and Dallas. Hey, in a couple years, it's possible, right? I mean,
Yeah, probably. CJ Stroud is looking great,
yeah.
and
I
so
mean,
is the Texans defense.
if that team adds a few more pieces, man, holy, watch out. All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up for the matchups, and we touched on the news. That's going to be it for Volume 1 of the podcast. We will do this again after the week is over with when we have our winners,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll talk about who wins and what we think of the losses. So, yeah, stay tuned. These matchups are juicy this week. This is going to be fire. Chiefs aren't winning the
Yeah,
Super Bowl. They aren't a
I
good team.
I'm hyped, bro.
Yeah, this is a good playoffs. This is really good. How about them Cowboys? For a week, you can say a proxy. After that, it's up in the air, man. Rams, Cowboys, let's go, Rams! What if we could go in there and beat the Cowboys? That'd be something.
Honestly, I think the Cowboys can make the NFC Championship,
Yeah, I think so. They
and
should.
then there's gonna yeah, people are not gonna be shutting up about that, but like
On
it's true.
paper, the Niners and the Cowboys are the best two in the NFC, and the Ravens and Bills Chiefs would be interesting though if those two played. I don't know. We got to see, man. We
Oof,
could talk about
can't
this
wait
all
for
day long,
that.
but we'll wait. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. We hit the hour mark. We're gonna hop off. We'll be back for Volume 2 next week after the results are in, and we'll talk about the next matchups and the games. We'll recap all the games for you. Last time Stafford played against the Lions, he won 1-0. All right, we'll see what happens. Super Bowl winners can either be Ravens, Bills, or Niners. You really like the Bills, critics, out of
I
nowhere.
hope I
They,
hope it's not the Bills. I really hope.
they were down and out early in the season. Nobody was picking them. Everyone said they were a bust, that they needed to fire their coach. And then, can a team turn it around like that? Go on a run? Man, all right. All right, but before that happens, though, we have to see, does Flacco magic continue or does Flacco magic run out? Joe Flacco is the
Nah, I think
wild card.
it's gonna be
Joe Flacco is the wild card in all this. You watch.
yeah.
Right, Bookage?
He has the most experience in the playoffs.
Joe Flacco could throw a wrench in all this. His Browns could get to the play the Ravens, and I think the Browns could beat the Ravens.
Wait,
All right.
really? You think the Browns? Well, actually, yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, Mengender. All right, guys, that's going to do it. We'll wrap it up for the podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll do this again next week. Hope you enjoyed it. And someone's knocking on my
All
door.
right,
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
all right. See ya.